Hi there. My name is Alicia Lowe, and I'm the Vice President of the Semiahmoo Music Society. At each of our band concerts, we receive donations from our guests, and the Music Society uses those donations to cover the expenses of running a concert like this one. And we also use the money to support the band program and the initiatives that they have. For example, we have hosted clinicians or purchased instruments or purchased music for the bands. So we hope that you'll donate tonight. There's a donate button on our website, semiahmoomusic.ca, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Good evening and welcome to the Semiahmoo Music Program, fourth and final simulcast live stream concert of the year. One of the benefits, if we can call it that, of COVID is it's forced us to be a little creative and unique in some of the things we've done with education and with the band program. It's these simulcast concerts, which are a lot of work, but they're also a very rich and fulfilling experience. My name is Mr. Strauss. I'm one of the administrators here at Semiahmoo Secondary, and on behalf of the entire team, I'd like to welcome you, parents and family and friends, to this evening. We do have two sets, and we're looking forward to those transpiring very shortly. As we get started, I would like to acknowledge that Semiahmoo Secondary is situated on the traditional and unceded territories of the Coast Salish people, and we are proud of our relationship with the Semiahmoo First Nation. We would also like to extend our thank yous to a number of groups. Right now, that includes Hubcast Media for the work that they've done in preparing and presenting this for us, so all the work behind the scenes with the logistics and making this happen. We'd also like to thank the Semiahmoo Music Society for their dedication and hard work with supporting this program. And of course, our PAC for their finances and supporting the music program here at Semiahmoo Secondary. We'd also like to acknowledge our music directors this year that include Mr. Dagan Lowe, Mr. Jeff Williams, and Mr. Wayne Ablett. We're very proud of these individuals and the work that they do with our youth. And most of all, we are so grateful for our youth. Their passion for music, their dedication, the excellence that they bring to the music, and the thumbprint they leave on our school with that energy and commitment to music and to the beauty that it brings to learning and to our school. So right now, I'm going to invite you to turn off your cell phones, get away from the computer, the laptop, the iPad, sit back and enjoy the next couple hours. You're going to have some ear candy, and it's going to be a wonderful experience. Our first set will include all three groups. Will be Senior Wind. We'll start with Mr. Jeff Williams, followed by Mr. Dagan Lowe and his group, and lastly with Mr. Wayne Ablett. So without any further delay from me, Mr. Williams.
Hi, just before Mr. Williams comes up, I just want to take a moment to say on behalf of the music directors here and the music program, how thankful we are to our administration at Semiahmoo Secondary. You know, as teachers, we often get thank you cards on the holidays and at the end of the year, and we very much appreciate it, but often the administration don't get thanked for the amazing things that they do for our school. And I have to say, this year, they have worked tirelessly to ensure that we've had a safe school, and they've made sure that we have been taken care of. So a big thank you to our administration team. On that team, we unfortunately, also in celebration, will be losing two of our administrators. You just saw Mr. Strauss here. Mr. Strauss has been with the school for a couple years now. He has been a wonderful supporter of the music program. If you've been following our live stream concerts, he's opened all of these live stream concerts. And I remember the first time I spoke with him, one of the things he shared with me was, to have a strong, thriving school culture, you have to have a strong music program, and that's really stuck with me. So I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Strauss, and I also want to give a huge thank you to Miss Debbie Johnson. Miss Debbie Johnson, she's been at Semiahmoo Secondary for many years now, and I have to say that she has worked tirelessly to ensure that we're all taken care of, and never wants any recognition. She will be retiring, as I said, and we just want to give her a fond farewell and let you know how much we've appreciated her. You know, in a position being an administrator, it's really easy to become hard because you deal with a lot of stuff. And all of my relationship with Miss Johnson, I've seen her with a soft heart who truly cares about people. So we have a couple special gifts that we will give them off camera, but I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge them. You've heard a lot of what's going to be happening for this first half of the concert. At the intermission, you'll be hearing some wonderful quotes. You'll be reading a number of quotes from our grade 12s. You'll be seeing photos, valedictorian speeches. There's also going to be commentary, pre-recorded commentary between our ensembles. So please enjoy this entire show, the intermission, and especially as we lead into the second half with our grade 12s. We hope you stick around to celebrate 5 years of wonderful music together. So without any further ado, on with the show. Here is Mr. Williams with Senior Wind Ensemble. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. My name is Annie Huang, and I will be introducing our first chart for tonight. Our musical quest begins with a chart called Chinese Folk Suite, starting with the piece, The Lion's Dance. On the busy streets of the annual parade, communities gather to bring each other good luck for the Lunar New Year. Gongs, drums, and cymbals accompany the festive and exciting atmosphere. The lion is used to represent courage, strength, and stability. Throughout the song, our percussion section guides us through the parade with upbeat rhythms that accompany our melodies. We then leave the busy streets behind and encounter the battlegrounds of Xi'an in the song Warriors of Xi'an, the army of Emperor Qin Shi Huang. With the purpose of protecting the emperor in his afterlife, the army still stands today in the grounds of Xi'an, China, also known as the Terracotta Army. This song begins with a mysterious march that signifies the army getting closer by the second. Throughout the song, the march becomes more powerful with added layers from different sections, until finally, the army has arrived. Let us take you on a wild adventure as we glide through the lively streets of the Lion's Dance and march through the battlegrounds with the warriors of Xi'an together. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Yili Zhang. The next piece we'll be playing is March of the Trolls. The composer of this piece is Edvard Grieg. Grieg is Norwegian, and in Norway, there are these mischievous creatures called trolls. Trolls are nocturnal and live in the mountains. They come down from the mountains to destroy everything and eat your food, while at the same time terrorizing the village. Everyone's sleeping. While the woodwinds play, their notes sound like stomping and laughter from the trolls. As the piece progresses, after the trolls have destroyed everything, they go back home to the mountains, and the sun rises. Then you wake up, the sun is shining, the birds chirp, it's a great day, you get up, and you go about your day. The day ends, you go to bed, and which is represented as the woodwinds play. Then suddenly, the trolls come down from the mountain again. You can feel their stomps once again. You think, oh boy, here we go. The trolls stomp all the way down from the mountains. They start destroying everything again, and all of a sudden, just as quickly as they come, they leave. As you listen to the piece, you can start to visualize the scenes in your head and start to feel the intensity of the trolls coming down from the mountains. Hope you enjoy.
My name is Brandon Chad, and I'm going to introduce our next piece. This next piece we will be performing for you all is one composed in the Baroque era. An elegant and joyous chart made as a dancing tune with the thought of a boat rocking back and forth while waves crash against the sides. With melodies swapping back and forth between woodwinds, flutes, and trumpets, with the low brass and percussion keeping a consistent, vivid pulse. Everything moves with ease. This 6/8 tune will transport you to a vast and open sea, moving swiftly to your destination. I hope you enjoy our performance of Jig.
My name is Mr. Williams. I am one of the conductors here at Semiahmoo Secondary School. And I just wanted to say, as before we finish our fourth and final chart, this band, this crew here, has been absolutely wonderful to perform with and practice with on a daily basis. We've been thrown, it's kind of a different setup. Because of COVID, we're in the afternoons. And throughout the quarter, we've had it so that we can, we had to break up into two groups of 15. And so we had woodwinds, and then we also had brass, percussion, and bass. And so we did a lot of our rehearsing in sectionals, essentially. And over the past couple of weeks, so they played together probably, I don't know, between 10 and 15 times. And we come out here in the courtyard, and this is where we would be able to practice as a group. And so we've practiced outside, and it rained the other day. We practiced outside, and the wind was blowing. What else? Oh, we got really cold. The one time we got, it was a Friday a week ago, and we were out here, and all of a sudden the wind picked up, and we were freezing. So everybody went inside. And so this band, we are really good at getting set up and play a gig right now. So, so I just wanted to put that out there. These guys were a lot of fun. They worked really hard, and an absolute pleasure to teach. So I won't forget these guys, and it was a lot of fun just kind of going through a totally different setup than I've ever had before in my career. So so kudos to these guys.
Hello, my name is Matea, and I'll be introducing our final song of this evening. The final song that we'll play for you this evening is called Sogno di volare. Sogno di volare is an Italian phrase meaning the dream of flight. The song was composed by Christopher Tin as the official musical theme of Sid Meier's Civilization VI video game. Christopher Tin composed the score of the whole game, for which he received a Grammy Award for in 2011. He explains, Sogno di volare is the essence of exploration, both the physical exploration of seeking new land, but also the mental exploration of expanding the frontiers of science and philosophy. From the man who jumped off a hill with 2 wings attached to his arms, to the first construction of a plane in 1903, the dream of flight was one of hope and liberty. The original variation of the song features an orchestra and a choir ensemble singing the lyrical lines in Italian. These lyrics are attributed to Leonardo da Vinci based on a modernized version of his writings on the essence of flight. These lyrics say, "Once you have taken flight, you'll decide. Gaze towards the sky. You'll know that is where your heart will feel at home." With that, we hope that you enjoy our final piece of the evening, Sogno di volare.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, guys. Now we'll go up there. Nope, take everything with you. Yeah. Leave these. Leave the clips. Yeah, sorry. Leave the clips, guys, because you're going to need them. Go that way and then remove these.
I was going to make the entire...
Okay.
I didn't practice.
Mr. Avila's class, if you want to play a little bit right now, you're welcome to. Okay, guys, let's go.
So go put your instruments in the cases, guys. Put your instruments in cases.
Good evening, everyone. Wanted to take a moment to just acknowledge someone that's very special to our music program, and that's Miss Kennedy. As you may know, she's away this year on maternity leave, and you may not know this, but next year, unfortunately, she will not be returning to Semiahmoo Secondary. Semiahmoo Secondary is going to have a smaller population next year. We have a new high school being built in the South End, and that's Grandview Heights. So with fewer students, that means fewer teachers. And we'd just like to take a moment to recognize Ms. Kennedy and let everyone know how much we have valued and appreciated her 5 years being part of the music program here. What I would like to share with you in this short moment is how committed she was to the music program. She worked extremely hard. She was committed to maintaining the level of wonderful musicianship here. But beyond that, the thing that I really appreciated about Ms. Kennedy was how she connected with students, how she found the students that were struggling and made sure that they felt like they had a home here. Another thing that I really appreciated about Ms. Kennedy was how she was always focused on social justice and ensuring that every student mattered here, and definitely challenged everyone here to think in a different way. So though she is not wanting to head out, we want to send her on a fond farewell and let everyone know if there's a way in the future we can make it work for her to come back, we definitely will try to make that happen. So we love you, Ms. Kennedy. I'm going to have my colleagues share a little bit more. So here is Mr. Ablett. Thank you.
Ms. Kennedy, we haven't had a lot of opportunity to spend time together, but I think I know a little bit about you because you know, you can tell a lot about an educator by stepping into their classroom. And when I heard about the opportunity to work at Semiahmoo this year, last September, man, I jumped at the chance. And when I came here, the transition was just so easy, such a dream position this year, mainly because the dynamic in the classroom was so easygoing. The kids are so talented, so musically gifted, and more than that, they're kind and they're open and they're considerate, and that's just a testament to your teaching and what they're used to. For me to come in there and set up a sort of new culture in the classroom, I think just sort of bodes to your ability to connect with those kids. And it just made my job just an absolute dream this year. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for the opportunity, and I wish you all the best.
Hi, Sarah. I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to share. I have a story that I'd like to share with you, and When I came in last year, one of the first things I noticed is how supportive you were of everybody. And I don't know if it's even conscious for you, but you just have a natural ability to help everybody. One of the first things I noticed was when Dagan and I were writing our letters home or something like that, and we'd always ask you, can you edit this? Can you proofread this for us? Do it, and you're just, yeah, sure, okay, send it over, and I'll get it done. And it was awesome. Like, you're such a team player. And I want to go back to the supportive thing. As last year, I remember you and I talking a lot about just challenging issues and stuff like that, and that was fantastic. The supportive piece, sometimes I think you're supportive in ways that you don't even a 7-hour trip on the bus. And this was, 6 weeks after my mom passed away. And to quote John Bon Jovi, sometimes you get on there and all you do is think. And so I spent 7 hours there thinking. And I got to tell you right now, that was a pretty long 7 hours trying to hold it together. And I just looked over at you. You were in the other seat beside me. And, you had no idea what was going on. And I just looked over, and there you were, just looking out the window, doing your thing. And I thought, awesome, got a good teammate here. And if anything happens, she's got my back on this one. And I just wanted to know that that's something you probably didn't ever know, but in hindsight, it meant the world to me at the time. So I just want to thank you. I'm sure everybody here, you have supported everybody in ways that you're probably not even aware of. And that's one of the reasons why you're such an awesome teacher. So from all of us here, thank you very much. And we wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Take care.
Hi, I'm Sneha.
And I'm Sonia.
And we're the co-chairs of Band X.
And we want to introduce some of our newest members this year.
Hi, I'm Nishesh. Hi, I'm Brandon.
Hi, I'm Amaria.
Despite COVID, this year we were able to organize multiple Zoom events,
including a new grade 7 mentorship program.
Be sure to go follow us at Semiamu Band Executive so that you guys can keep up to date with the latest information.
Thank you to the SMS for sponsoring us.
Special shout out to Mrs. Lowe. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you so much for listening, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's concert.
Bye.
My name is Hudson, and for our first piece, we'll be taking you to a place of vibrant colors and the energy of a 5-year-old on Christmas. Energy of a 5-year-old on Christmas, written by John Wasson in 2013 and inspired by the great movie musicals of the 60s to 80s, Curtain Call is a piece filled with unique playing styles and the energy of a 5-year-old on Christmas. Follow us on a journey through the most outrageous traffic jam you've ever seen as we struggle to hit those high notes and ask ourselves, are we the clowns? And we would love for you to dance alongside our band our lively band. All in all, we hope you enjoy this piece as much as we do playing it. And we completely don't mind, like I said, for you to tap your feet to the beat. Because like the great Octavia Spencer once said, don't make me play alone. This is Curtain Call.
Do I start now? Hello, my name is Jade. Our senior concert band will be playing a chart called Lament and Jig for Mickey by Gary. This chart was composed in loving memory of the composer's father, Michael Gilroy. The composition pays tribute to the family's Irish heritage in both a sorrowful and festive manner. Throughout this piece, you will hear the lament and Irish jig pieces. A lament
is a passionate expression of grief, regret, or sorrow, often found in music, and Irish jig is a lively folk dance with a coming dance tune. Gary Gilroy credits much of his success as a high school band director to the upbringing and the support of his father and family. Finally, the chart you've all been waiting to hear, Lament and Jig for Mickey by Gilroy. We hope you enjoy it.
Hello, my name is Sonia, and the next chart we'll be playing is The Drums of the Samis. The Drums of the Samis, composed by Samuel R. Hazo, was commissioned by the Medicine Hat Concert Band Society of Medicine Hat, Alberta. Samis is the Blackfoot word that can be translated to medicine hat in English. The Samis is the eagle tail feather headdresses that were worn by medicine men or healers. Our next piece is about the merger of the First Nations and the current settler and colonial cultures that dominate these lands now. But to fully respect and honor the origins of this song, we must understand its significance and connection to us. The lands that we live on are the unceded territories of the Semiahmoo, Kwantlen, Katzie, and Stolo Coast Salish Indigenous peoples. Unceded means that these nations did not fully cede or legally sign their lands to Canada, and over 95% of BC is unceded. It was only until recently that our school acknowledged that our use of the Semiahmoo name and totem pole mascot is completely appropriative of the Semiahmoo nations and Indigenous cultures, and as such, is not respectful at all. However, through recent dialogue with the Semiahmoo nations, Semiahmoo Secondary and the Surrey School District are working to mend these many, many wrongs, and there is still much work to do. We must always remember that the only reason we are on these lands is through the means of colonial violence. And as a student body comprised of many identities, we must always remember this history throughout our education and music. Please keep this in mind during this song and throughout the night. And with this, please enjoy The Drums of the Samis. Thank you.
Just before we announce our final piece, like Mr. Williams, I just want to share how much I have enjoyed working with each and every one of these students, seeing the growth that they have had in really only 9 weeks or even less has been phenomenal. Usually a band has a full year to work on building their technique. This has just been in hyperdrive. They've been wonderful students. Something I've appreciated is so many of them at the end of a class, they come up and they say, "Thank you, Mr. Lowe," and it means all the world to be working with these wonderful people. And it's going to be sad to not be with you, going through the summer. I wish we could have many more concerts together, but there's always next year. As you're watching, you might notice that some of our students are not wearing masks. We've been given permission because we're outside and because we're in our cohorts to be able to play without masks in the fresh air. So if you're wondering, that's what's going on, but it's all by choice from our students. Anyway, without any further ado, I'll pass on the microphone to Georgia for our final piece.
Hi, my name is Georgia, and I'm going to be talking about our next piece. In 1974, Agnetha Falskog, Bjorn Ulvaeus, Benny Andersson, and Annie Frin Lingstad competed in and won the Eurovision Song Competition. They may have been unknown then, but after topping the global charts on multiple occasions, ABBA is now certainly a household name. In 1983, playwright Judy Kramer attended the show Chess, which was written by 2 members of ABBA. She was instantly intrigued, but when she heard the storytelling and theatricality of The Winner Takes It All, she just knew they had to make a show. So, after convincing the very let's just say ABBA didn't really want to do the show, she eventually agreed, and they began to write. In 1999, that show premiered on the West End in London and eventually moved on to Broadway. Mamma Mia was a massive hit. Now, after having the 10th longest running show in Broadway history, 380 million records sold, and being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, ABBA has become one of the most successful bands in the world. Now, with that being said, please enjoy, maybe sing and dance along, to our rendition of ABBA on Broadway, arranged by Michael Brown. Thank you.
Right around the back, okay? Good work, everyone. That was fun.
Hello. We would like to thank, we being Dagan, Wayne, myself, and the Semiami Music Society. We would like to thank both the custodial staff and the staff here at Semiami Secondary School. We'd really like to thank the custodial staff for coming in every day at lunchtime, spraying down the rooms, making sure that everything is clean, and that everybody who works in the school here is as safe as possibly could be this year in this very trying year. We would really like to thank our fellow staff members here at the school, as we know that we are not the quietest neighbors in the block. Having said that, we really appreciate all the support that you've given to the students and to the music program here at Semiami Secondary, helping all the students improve and grow as musicians and as people. So once again, we'd really like to thank the custodial staff and the staff here at Semiami Secondary School.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the parents for all you do in supporting your child's musical education. We wouldn't be able to do what we do here without your support, and all those hours of practicing and chasing after your kids to get their assignments in is very much appreciated. All three of us are parents, and we have a little experience living on the other side, and we know what it's like, and we know the sacrifice that you make, and so we're very grateful for all the rides to school and all the extra things that you go above and beyond to support your kids. Thank you so much.
To continue on with that, I want to take a moment and mention a huge thank you to the Semiahmoo Music Society. You know, often as a director, I look at this program and all the things that are happening, and I kind of feel in awe, like how on earth is this happening? And I want everyone to know that what we do here really would not be possible without so many wonderful parents that are on the executive helping us to make this experience for every student so wonderful. It's just been a fabulous experience working with these people this year, even in a challenging year. Having team meetings on WhatsApp, we still, I think, got a lot of things done. Making these live stream concerts, that's all related to the Semiahmoo Music Society and them working together as a team. Now there's a couple people in that team that are moving on, and one is Willa LePage. She stepped up and helped us with our finances this year. We really appreciate Willa. Thank you so much for stepping on this year. And I also want to take a moment to thank Delan Young. If you don't know who Delan Young is, she is one of the parents that is responsible for Hubcast Studios. Her family has been part of the music program for about the last 9 years. They have been responsible for our galas being so spectacular, the live stream concerts we've had. It's just fabulous, all the things that we've been able to do with Delan's help. The website, our social media, all those things. So she's moving on as her son is graduating this year, and we just want to, again, publicly thank her for her work and for her family's work in supporting the music program. So on with the show. Thank you, Music Society. Again, thank you for our Semiahmoo staff and all parents. Take care.
Hi, I'm Sneha. And I'm Sonia. And we're the co-chairs of Band X. And we want to introduce some of our newest members this year.
Hi, I'm Nishesh. Hi, I'm Brandon.
Hi, I'm Amarita.
Despite COVID, this year we were able to organize multiple Zoom events, including a new grade 7 mentorship program.
Be sure to go follow us at Semiahmoo Band Executive so that you guys can keep up to date with the latest information.
SMS for sponsoring us.
So shout out to Mrs. Lowe. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you so much for listening, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's concert.
Bye.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Megan. Our first piece that we will be performing this evening is called Flourish for Wind Band by Ralph Vaughan Williams. This piece was originally performed in 1939. The composer wrote this as an overture to a pageant that took place in London that same year. This piece features bright melodies in the brass section that reoccur throughout the piece, giving it a grand feel. With that being said, we hope you enjoy Flourish for Wind Band.
I'm Jasmine Morris, and I play the oboe. The second piece we will be playing is Festivo by Vaclav Nelibel. In the words of the composer, Festivo is an overture-type composition in which the woodwinds and the brass are constantly confronting each other like two antagonists in a dramatic scene. Hope you enjoy it.
Good evening. My name is Amy Shi. The third piece we will be playing today is called Amazing Grace, arranged by Frank Tikelli. And now I present the program note. I wanted my setting of Amazing Grace to reflect the powerful simplicity of the words and melodies. To be sincere, to be direct, to be honest, and not through the use of novel harmonies and clever tricks, but by traveling traditional paths in search of truth and authenticity. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy.
Good evening. My name is Sneha Bansal, and I play the trumpet. Our final selection for the night is the last movement in a suite known as Rodeo. Rodeo was written by Aaron Copland for his ballet, Billy the Kid. Our piece is named after a type of American folk dance in simple duple or 2/4 time, and Copland has engulfed the spirit of the dance for this piece. Without further ado, we hope you enjoy Hoedown.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the first half of our show. Isn't it awesome that we have the depth in this music program that we were able to offer 3 wonderful concert bands this first part of the live stream. It's a little bit bittersweet right now because we're going to be saying goodbye to someone. At the beginning of the school year when we found out, or we knew a little earlier, but we found out that Miss Kennedy was going to be adding a new member to her family, we knew that we needed to find someone while she was on maternity leave. And I think I mentioned this at a live stream concert earlier, that the first person that came to mind was Wayne Ablett. And I have to tell all of you how wonderful it has been to have Mr. Ablett to fill the very big shoes of Miss Kennedy. Through this year, we've just had the utmost of faith in what he's done with his bands. He's been extremely professional. He's a wealth of knowledge as a music educator, and we're so lucky to have him now in Surrey. And I don't know where he will be in the fall, but we know big things are going to be happening for him. So with that, big thank you to Mr. Ablett. Thank you.
And I would just like to take this time to express my gratitude for firstly the students who just welcomed me like I was one of their own on the very first day. Every single grade that every class that I've taught this year has been that way. These kids are really talented, open, kind, respectful students, and you don't get that at every school. I've had the opportunity to go to a few places, and Samiamo is a pretty special place, and I've been honored to work here with these wonderful kids. The staff here has been absolutely wonderful. The administration, especially Mr. Strauss, I had the chance to work with him on a few occasions, and just to reflect on my teaching practice, and he was very, very helpful. Speaking of a wealth of knowledge, my goodness, I'm so fortunate to have the opportunity to have worked with Mr. Strauss. And finally, and certainly not least of all, is the music staff here, Mr. Williams and Mr. Lowe. It just made it a joy to come into work every day. And that's just been so wonderful. I'll look back on my year at Samiamo with great fond memories of working with the kids, interacting with the staff, and hanging out with these two guys, just having a ball in the band room, even in a crazy year like this. So it's with great gratitude that I just say thank you so much for inviting me here. Thank you.
I would just like to echo what Mr. Lowe said. Also, with Mr. Ablett, Wayne here, we have similar backgrounds as far as the schools that we've taught at. We both started our careers at the same high school. I do want to say one thing about not only is he extremely knowledgeable, extremely professional, all of those things that you would absolutely want in a teaching partner and a friend, but also he's got a great sense of humor. He a wonderful person to have around the band room, and he's just brought things, made things fantastic during the day. So it's once again, Mr. Ablett, thank you, and it's been an absolute pleasure.
So as we move into intermission, as you've probably seen, we're trying to keep things moving along by showing things in our downtime. One of the things that's a tradition at our year-end concert that we always try to do in the courtyard is acknowledging students that want to further their music education. So we sent out a message to all our students to apply to receive scholarships, and a number of them responded back. And we are very excited on behalf of the Music Society to present them with scholarships and bursaries. You will see after I speak here a list of all those students, but at the grade 10 and 11 level, those students will be either taking lessons or going to music camps on the instrument that they play in this music program, and the investment that the Music Society puts into that comes back into our program. We also have 2 grade 12 students that are focusing on music in post-secondary, and that's Rita Wren, who you saw on bassoon and you'll see on alto sax. She'll be going to the University of Toronto, and we've been posting some stuff on social media about Rita, and also Josh Vandenbroek, who will be going on nearly a full scholarship to the University of Manitoba, and each of them will be receiving a scholarship on behalf of the Music Society. So we know we're a little bit behind. We're going to try to catch up in this intermission. Please stick around. The grade 12s have some wonderful messages to share with you. There's going to be some great pictures, and there's also going to be a couple speeches from our valedictorians. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Miss Kennedy here. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of your year-end concert. I know I've been away this year, but I've been watching all of your shows and celebrating all of the music you've been able to create together. I am so impressed at what you've been able to do together while remaining safely apart. This year has certainly been a memorable one. I wanted to pop on the concert today for a couple of reasons, and most of all to celebrate all of you. Music is such an important part of the human experience, and making music together is such a joy and comfort to so many. You really made the best of a strange situation, and you deserve all of the accolades for learning about and making beautiful music on top of everything else. I am so proud of you, and I hope that you feel that way too. Now, as most of you probably know, there's a new school opening in the fall. In fact, many of you are probably headed to Grandview yourself. What that means for SEMI is that there will be less students in band next year. Now that means more close time with the band directors, which is amazing. But it also means that there are not enough students to justify having 3 band teachers. And what that means is that I will not be returning to SEMI in September. I am being transferred to a different school. And that's what I wanted to come and talk to you about today. I am so thankful to have spent the last 5 years here making music with all of you, and I am so sad to be leaving. I wanted to take a few minutes to say thank you to all of you who have impacted me so greatly. There really aren't enough words to do this properly, but I'm going to try. Okay. First, to the Semiami Music Society. Wow. I have never encountered a group of parents as passionate, as dedicated, or as welcoming as all of you. The things that you have been able to do to support our students have been incredible. It has been so wonderful working with and getting to know all of you. From meetings to fundraisers to concerts to trips, you've always been there to make things better. This program is what it is because of you, and thank you for welcoming me to it with open arms. And to all of the band parents out there, thank you so much for being band parents. To this year's grade 8s, I hope that your first year at SEMI was a good one. I know that we had very little contact, but you are in excellent hands. The music you made this year was awesome, and I am very much looking forward to hearing what is in your musical futures. To this year's grade 9s, many of us worked together last year in jazz band, and I had a great time taking you to the Surrey Schools Jazz Festival. Listening to you this year, and it's amazing how far you've come in such a short amount of time. Keep working hard, and congratulations on a year well done. To Mr. Ablett, thank you so much for covering for me this year. Before I knew you were coming, I was so worried about who would be joining our team. But you alleviated all of those worries and so much more. The students have been so lucky to have you this year, and I hope we get the actual chance to work together in the future. To this year's grade 10s, or as I will forever call you, my grade 9s. I have missed you this year. Who else is going to question all of my phrasing and word choices? Who? You are such an inquisitive and joyful group to be a part of. You made me smile each and every time we worked together. I loved taking you to the Jazz Festival and the District Band Review and all of our concerts together. You challenged my perception of what a young band could sound like, and you pushed me to be a better director. So I will forever be grateful for you. To this year's grade 11s. As a group, you are so adventurous and so willing to take big musical risks, and that is a skill I hope you never forget. Your personalities always shone through in your performances, and that made it so much fun getting to know you and making music with you. To all the previous semi students that I've worked with, I have been looking back at older pictures of our adventures together, and I look back with such fondness, and they have such a special place in my heart. Wherever your path has taken you, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being willing to work with the new teacher when I first arrived. Thank you for being willing to work with me on new courses. Thank you for letting me try different strategies and ideas with you as I started to find the Miss Kennedy way of teaching at Semi. So thank you. To Mr. Williams and Mr. Lowe, I've missed you both so much this year. And I want you to know just how much I loved working with you. And of course, Mr. Lee as well. Hi. We have been a team and a family, and you've always been in my corner. You are incredible educators and terrific people. I'm certain that we will work together in the future, and until then, I will carry with me all of the lessons that I've learned from you. I promise I'll see you soon. And to the grade 12s, congratulations to you. I can't believe this moment is here. You and I both started at Semi at the same time. You were my first group of grade 8s, and now you're graduating. It doesn't quite seem real to me, and I'm so sad that I didn't get to spend time with you this year. I miss you more than you could possibly know. I missed your high energy and your infectious laughs. I miss your unique musical style. I miss your willingness to dive right in and give things a try. But mostly, I miss you as individuals. I miss chatting with you in the band office or near the practice rooms. I miss learning about your individual musical tastes and finding where we overlap. I have watched you grow from rambunctious grade 8s to inquisitive grade 12s with the occasional mischievous streak. Your futures look so bright, and I want you to know that I love you and I am so proud of you. I feel so lucky to have been a part of your school experience. And to everyone, I am so glad that I've met all of you, and I will cherish the time that we have spent together. I wish every single one of you all the best, and I hope that our paths cross again soon. And until they do, take care, everyone. Bye.
Look at all of this amazing percussion equipment.
This was all made possible by the Semiahmoo Music Society.
Aren't we lucky?
Please donate to the SMS so that opportunities to play these instruments are still possible.
Didn't you know that the bass is one of the most important instruments in the band? Without it, we wouldn't have a good foundation.
But the repairs and the costs are a lot.
Thanks to the SMS, we are able to afford these basses and amps.
Please donate to the Semiahmoo Music Society so we can keep going for generations to come.
It's the space between the notes that make it swing. I will always remember Mr. Lowe using these words to help our band play swing music. But as I ponder along these words, I realized that they meant something greater and that it could be applied to all aspects of life. In life, it was about the small details that added up towards one greater result. The Semiahmoo Music Program truly symbolizes making every single detail count. Through my 5 years in this program, there were so many of these gems of details that I will never forget. The early mornings where Mr. Williams was always there to help me with my chord melodies, help me with jam along, and there to simply have fun. The days we had combo rehearsals where Mr. Lowe always joined in to give us feedback and take us to that next level. Getting involved in the band executive and numerous jazz combos has only connected me closer to the music community. A class most people see as an elective has turned into a family. Through the band program, I've gained much insight into what it means to truly work and practice. Rather than seeing something as work, I've learned to enjoy the whole process and pursue my passions to the fullest. It was this program that gave me the opportunity to show what I could do through hard work. This is what made band so special to me. It didn't matter who you were, as long as you were dedicated and committed. Anybody can be great in this music program. Outside of the class, most people would probably say I was a pretty reserved and quiet student. But between these brick walls of this special room, I could show a whole new side of me through music, not words. For me, it was always about showing, not telling, but I guess this time is an exception. Even though I've talked a lot about hard work throughout this speech, I've learned that hard work doesn't always guarantee success. One of my favorite lines comes from Mr. Williams, and it's, "Your time will come." At first, the results mean everything, but it's what builds the results that matters. The passion, the struggle, the mentors, and every single contribution. To those of you who are just going through this program, or those of you who are leaving the program, enjoy the building blocks and let the results come to you. Enjoy what's in your control and cherish it, because your time will come. I would like to thank the amazing mentors of this program, Mr. Lowe, Mr. Williams, Ms. Kennedy, and Mr. Lee, and also my bandmates for amazing 5 years of music. I will never forget this experience. Thank you. I hope you have all enjoyed the concert thus far. My name is Andrew Wilk, and I'm a member of the Grade 12 Jazz Band. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Lowe for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight about my experience in the Semiamu Band program. I have a lot of great things to say about band. To name a few, I really value learning about different types of music, growing as a musician, going to Whistler and Los Angeles with my best friends, and experiencing the exhilarating feeling of performing in front of a large crowd. But personally, I think my favorite part about band has been its role as a constant, as a sort of wall that I can lean on during high school. Everything in high school is constantly changing. You're always switching classes, having to get to know new teachers, your social circles can change or evolve, or sometimes you get a new job or join a new sports team. This continual change can produce a lot of stress, and it can even be overwhelming. But fortunately for me, one thing that I knew would never change was band. Band would always just be me going to class with my best friends and playing some great music. And that sounds very simple, but it's actually quite profound. Playing in a large ensemble with other dedicated musicians under the direction of an experienced director is truly therapeutic. The music has the power to swing your emotions. It can make you feel joyous, reminiscent, sorrowful, sentimental, powerful, or any other conceivable emotion. But what I think really made band class so different than any other class and made it a place where I could escape the strains of high school was the relationships. When you play hundreds of hours of music over the span of 5 years together, when you go on trips across the continent together, when you develop countless inside jokes that other people would find extremely strange, and when you struggle hand in hand to combine your efforts to create a truly special sound, you develop a unique friendship with your bandmates at Semiamu. Back in grade 8 when Mr. Lowe told us that our band friends will be lifelong friends, I didn't believe him, and I was very wrong. So, to anyone that is considering whether to take band or not next year, what I will say to you is this. If you want to be a part of a renowned community who will both expect a lot from you, but also take you in with open arms and care for you, if you want to learn about great music and play in a formidable band, if you want to make unforgettable memories that you will cherish forever, or if you want to make relationships with friends and teachers that you will keep for years to come, the Semiamu Band program is the place for you. Now, lastly, to my bandmates and directors, thank you all so much for the past 5 years. I'll never forget the feeling of playing music with you guys, and I will miss it forever. It hurts me to say that tonight is the last time we will play together. This altered COVID year was really tough, and it definitely did not induce the circumstances we hoped for. But we still have, and will forever have, all of the memories that we've made together on our band journey. Let's never forget them. Thank you.
Joining us for the second set of tonight's performance. Those of you that were with us in the first set, welcome back. You already know what you're in for a treat with our music program. Tonight represents our fourth simulcast live performance that we have done doing this year, one for each quarter, and that's a necessity as we have dealt with the COVID blanket that has wrapped us up this last 15 months. And we've had to think outside of the box, and this is what our band program has done for us, and it's been very exciting. We miss you. We wish you were with us, and we look forward to next year and beyond when we'll be able to be together for these performances. But in the meantime, this is our way of reaching out to you and sharing the excellence and the passion of these youth with you. My name is Mr. Strauss. I'm one of the administrators here at Semiamu Secondary. And on behalf of the entire team, we say welcome to our parents and friends that are joining us this evening for this performance. As we get started, I'd like to acknowledge that Semiamu Secondary is situated on the traditional and shared territories of the Coast Salish people, and we are very proud of our relationship with the Semiamu First Nation. There are a number of thank yous to be done as we go into a performance or an evening like this, and we'd like to acknowledge the Semiamu Music Society for the work that they've done in constantly supporting the program, as well as our PAC, who have provided financial support and spiritual support as we move forward with this program. We'd also like to take a moment and thank our directors, Mr. Dagan Lowe, Mr. Jeff Williams, and Mr. Wayne Ablett for their commitment, their passion, and the time that they put in with our youth. And above all, we want to thank our youth and acknowledge the work that they do, ever committed to music. We know how much it makes a difference in a student's development and their growth, and it's really the heart of a building, and we're grateful for this music program here at Semiahmoo. Now, we want to get ready for our second set. We're asking you to put away the phones, turn them off, turn off the tablets, sit back, and let your ears be fed with some amazing music by the talent and the passion of these youth. And at this point, I'm going to turn the microphone over to Mr. Lowe.
Thank you. You know, this music program is so full of traditions, and one of our very special traditions is having a concert at the end of the year in this courtyard. And there's been so many things that haven't been the same this year, but I'm so thankful that we have beautiful weather here and we're able to present this concert to you in our beautiful courtyard. Before we start, I just want to make a special shout out to Andrew Wilk and Roy Huang, who were our valedictorians that shared a little bit about this music program. And I hope again that you enjoyed reading some of the commentary of our grade 12s. You know, it's been quite a ride with them, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. Some things to talk about. The grade 12 jazz band had class in the afternoon. So what that meant is, like one of our concert bands, they were not able to actually rehearse as a full unit. And it's a testament to these students that we were able to break this jazz band into 2 big bands and be able to rehearse with them with about 15 people in each ensemble and make fabulous music. So you're going to hear from our 12-15 band tonight, you're going to hear from our 140 band, and then we've got something special at the end. But before we do that, I just want to do one more big shout out to a couple parents that are, so to speak, graduating this year. Their youngest son, Kyler, is in this band, and they have been part of this music program for nearly a decade. Some of the most amazing galas that we've ever had are because of the hard work of those parents, and those are Peter Young and Delan Young. They are also the people that help and run Hubcast Media. And when COVID hit, you know, what are we going to do? How are we going to keep this program going? And Hubcast Media, through their company, their work, is how we've been able to bring this to you. And it's been at no cost benefit to Hubcast. It's only been to cover the wonderful crew that we have before you here tonight. And we want to thank again PAC and our contributors and those of you that were able to donate tonight to make it possible that we can showcase our students. Another thing is Delan also was part of our Semiahmoo Music Society executive, and I was asked on behalf of our president, Lucky Gill, to say thank you to Delan for all of your hard work through the Music Society, building our website, all the social media, and all the communications that you did. You went far above and beyond, and I know you're sitting at a computer right now helping to run this show, and I'm just reaching right through the camera and giving you a virtual hug for all the things that you've done. So thank you, Delan. Can we give her a round of applause, and Peter too? All right. Well, you didn't sit down to watch me talk and listen to me talk. Let's get on to the music. We're going to start with the 12-15 band. And like I said, this music program has a lot of tradition. This piece has been in our library for as long as this school has been here on this site. The piece is called Show Enough, and you'll be hearing a number of soloists. Let's see, you'll be hearing Roy Huang on the guitar, and you'll be hearing Kyler Young on the saxophone. So this is Show Enough. All right, we're gonna play a chart that was really made famous by Frank Sinatra. Years ago, he did a stand with the Count Basie Big Band at the Sands Casino in Las Vegas. And his record, if you don't have it, you should go check it out. It's just some of the best singing with big band that is out there. Now, the song is a little bit of tongue-in-cheek because we can't do this yet, but we know it's coming up soon. This is going to be featuring Kyler again on this microphone, singing Come Fly With Me.
If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come on, fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come on, let's fly with me, let's fly away. I get you up there where the air is rarefied. We'll just slide starry. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You might even hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. You just say those words and we'll beat those birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's so perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly away. I get you up there where the air is so rarefied. We're gonna glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You might even hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say those words and we'll beat those birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's so perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly. Back up, let's fly away.
Glad that didn't happen while we were singing. Good job, Kyler. All right. Last year, we had this amazing band tour planned. We were going to travel down to New Orleans. We were going to really see where this art form came from. There's so much history there that we're so excited to see. And I remember bringing these students into the band room just before spring break. It was the day after our last concert we did with everyone. And we had to say to them, I'm sorry, there's a World Health Organization warning, we have to cancel the tour. And it was the right decision, obviously. But I can't help but think how fun it would have been to go there with these students. And I hope all of you here and you on the other side of the camera get a chance to experience the history of New Orleans. The next piece that we're going to be playing for you is written by the wife of Louis Armstrong. And if you don't know who Louis Armstrong is, he is the papa of jazz. He's the one that really brought jazz to the forefront. And the piece Lil Hardin wrote was called Struttin' with Some Barbecue. And if it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for Lil Hardin, the fabulous piano player that she was, pushing Louis Armstrong to go and be his own musician, I don't know if we would have had jazz the way it is. So we're so thankful that she wrote this song, Struttin' with Some Barbecue. I want you to imagine walking down the streets of the French Quarter, hearing the bugs flying in my hair. That wasn't professional. That's all right. To hear the parades as bands go down the streets in the French Quarter. This is Struttin' with Some Barbecue, and you'll be hearing from Reed on the trombone. Sorry, Reed. And we're going to have KJ on the tenor sax, and then we're going to have some group improvisation as well. This is Struttin' with Some Barbecue for 1215's last song of their part of this set. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Would you like to hear more of them? Yeah? All right, well, we got something for you after the next band over here. So they're going to take a seat. We're going to spend, maybe just take a minute just to make sure these guys are warmed up, and we'll be right back with you. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Sneha.
And I'm Sonia.
And we're the co-chairs of Band X.
And we want to introduce some of our newest members this year.
Hi, I'm Steve. Hi, I'm Brandon.
Hi, I'm Amrita.
Despite COVID, this year we were able to organize multiple Zoom events,
including a new grade 7 mentorship program.
Be sure to go follow us at Semiamu Band Executive so that you guys can keep up to date with the latest information.
Thank you to the SMS for sponsoring us.
Special shout out to Mrs. Lowe. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you so much for listening, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's concert.
Bye.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for giving us a little bit of a break to just get ready. We're going to continue on with the 140 band. The first piece that we're going to play for you, I'm going to move back to New Orleans again. This music came from a place called Storyville, and this is where jazz happened. Now, Storyville was, let's just call it the Red District of New Orleans. And there's a line that Wynton Marsalis says in the History of Jazz series by Ken Burns that says, "This is what we do, and it's horrible and it's beautiful at the same time, and it's somewhere in between that." So this music came from some nightclubs that were a little bit risque but we got to play it with a little bit of that feeling in it. So the first piece that we're going to play for you is called The Second Time Around, and you're going to hear from Roy Huang on the guitar, and you're going to hear from Raid on the trombone. This is Count Basie's Second Time Around. One, two. All right. The next piece we're going to play is going to feature our lead alto player who's switching back to tenor sax for this piece. If you are a big fan of, it's 1980s ballads, I think you'll recognize this. The piece is called A Song for You, which is arranged by Mark Taylor. Enjoy. All right. The last piece for the 140 band, we're going to go again back to the Count Basie Library because that's where it's at. Basie's just, if you don't know who Count Basie is, his band is the band to listen to. There's just so much excitement and joy and bounce in his music. So we're going to end with this band's part of this set with probably one of Count Basie's most famous charts called Shiny Stockings. You're going to hear a little bit from Ryan on piano at the beginning, a little bit from Roy on the bass. You're going to hear from Jackson on the trumpet, and then a little bit more from Roy on the piano. So this is Count Basie's Shiny Stockings. All right. You can't see it, and I can barely see our audience. These are our cohorts that are staying in their cohorts from the first set. They're here as a supportive audience. They just gave a huge standing ovation. Thank you so much, folks, for being such a great audience. It means all the difference for us. So thank you, folks. Just before we jump into the next thing, there's something that we have had as part of the year-end concert for many years now. I think we've got maybe one more year in the account left for this unless we find another sponsor. But years ago, there was a gentleman named Larry Wong, and he looked at the music program and could see the vision of us as directors, that it's not just about the music. We're teaching life through music. We're teaching ownership of teamwork, of being prepared, being on time, all these things that are excellent life skills beyond just music. And so he wanted to recognize students that exemplified our music program and what we wanted to instill in all of our students. And so I have an award here for tonight for one of our grade 12 students, and it's for $800 to be used hopefully to help them in their post-secondary education. And I don't think this would be any surprise when I say this award goes to Roy Huang. Such an interesting thing when you can't do a handshake. I'll have to do an elbow pump later or something. Now, we've talked about this concert being full of traditions, and as you probably know, this program is near and dear to my heart because I grew up in this program. And I remember sitting where these young people are here and realizing I don't want to stop playing music. And it was at this concert that I decided to become a music teacher. And on that year, 1997, we decided we wanted to do something special. We wanted to play a song and bring back some of our friends that couldn't be in jazz band in grade 12. And we did a song we played in grade 8 called Christopher Columbus. And that tradition carried on for years and years since then. Years and years and years and years. Okay, I'm not that old. But so we're going to carry on that tradition tonight with something called Trip Down Memory Lane, which is playing through a grade 8 song, a few grade 9 songs that they played at festivals. Many of these students were in a jazz ensemble that went top jazz band at the Whistler Cantando Festival as grade 9 students. And the story goes on and on. You'll hear a number of charts in grade 10, and then we're going to finish off the trip down memory lane with a chart that they played for the last concert live in front of an audience when they were in grade 11. And we're going to finish off our trip down memory lane with that. We'll have a couple words after that about these wonderful people, and then we've got a special treat for our final song. So, one last time, Jazz Band 12, well, for a number of charts here, we're going to play Together Again. So this is Trip Down Memory Lane. You'll see the names of the songs on your screen. Remember to point towards each other, okay? There's no wind.
2, 3. Thank you.
All right. We got one more for you, but just before we do this, at the beginning of the school year and in the summertime, I remember someone saying this, and it really stuck with me. They said, we're all in the same boat. I screwed it up. We're all in this together, but we're not in the same boat. And that's really stuck with me through this difficult time. It's been difficult for all the students this year, and it's been just phenomenal how they've worked together, how they've managed through this very difficult time. But the group that I feel especially sad for is our grade 12s. The rite of passage that grade 12s usually have of the grad cruise, of the commencement, of the gala that they have, having their parents be able to be here and see. These are all things that they missed out on this year, going on tour, showcasing these people that obviously you can tell should be showcased not only in Canada but across North America. You are listening, without a doubt, to one of the top bands in Canada tonight at the high school level, and I'm fully confident in that. And that's without negating any of the amazing work that our educators do across Canada. We're just so lucky to be in a program where we can have a grade 8 dedicated band, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, 12, and so on. But what I can say is that the memories that we will have will last a lifetime. I've had the honor of watching these young people in front of you grow up from grade 8. And, yes, I'm a teacher. Yes, we as music directors are teachers. But I don't think any of us think of these young people or these young people in the audience as just students. We really do feel like they're family. And, it's going to be hard to say goodbye to these folks for our last time, our last class tomorrow. And it's going to be extra hard to direct the next piece, knowing that that's the last time we get to create amazing music together. So I just want to tell each and every one of you, I love you. And I know Mr. Williams and Mr. Ablett, who hasn't had a chance to work with you, we feel the same. Like a family, it hasn't always been sunshine and roses. There's been some hard moments, but that's okay. That's how we grow in love together as a family. And, one of the things I've said to students in the past is, after this week, you are no longer my students. You are my friends, and I welcome you. I'm old school. I don't have Instagram, but you are welcome to send me friend requests on Facebook, and I can't wait to watch where you go, because you're going to be going on amazing journeys. And what I would say to you is, it doesn't matter where you go, what you do, as long as you take a step forward in a direction and keep moving. It doesn't matter if you go to university. It doesn't matter if you take a gap year. Just have a vision, be okay with being in the moment, and enjoy the journey. And please, please, please stay in touch. Be back here when we have concerts again. Inspire our next generation by speaking to them as we go along. So thank you, grade 12s, for an amazing ride. I hope you've enjoyed it, even though it hasn't really been the way we wanted to end it. But you can tell the love from this audience that they love what you guys have to say. So with that, we have one last piece for you tonight. And we couldn't think of anything better, especially in a time where we've had to come together but far apart. This is the grade 12's final piece, featuring Kyler Young on the vocals, singing What a Wonderful World. Thank you.
too. I see them bloom before me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright pleasant day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll know much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll know much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. All right, and one more thing before we're done here. We have a little gift to Mr. Lowe from the grade 12 band here. Jada's gonna come up here for a second with it. Clap. I'll give the mic to her now.
We just wanted to say thank you for being such a great teacher. And we know this year's been hard on you and it's been hard on us, but we really appreciate everything that you've done. And I think I speak for everyone here when I say that if we haven't been in this jazz band for so long, then we wouldn't be the same people that we are today. And we really appreciate everything that you've done for us.
If my students that are over here, they've been hearing a lot of analogies about hugging this year, And I think it's because I miss it. I miss hugging people and sharing that time with them. It's been a great ride with you guys. You did an awesome job tonight. I'm extremely proud of each and every one of you. Mr. Ablett and Mr. Williams, why don't you come up and we'll do one final farewell as the music directors, and then we'll shut down. While they're coming up, again, we're overtime here, and the people from Hubcast, you've put in a long, long day. Thank you so much. Been here, you were here last year, done so much work, Rob and all of you guys here. So thank you so much, Hubcast, and those of you that are at the studio making this possible. Thank you, parents, for all of your support as well. We can't wait to see you back here next year. So on behalf of us as the music directors and the music program, we want to wish you a happy, a safe, and a more normal summer, and we can't wait to make music with our students and share memories again next year. Take care. Bless you.